Yes.
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 Yoga originated in India several thousands of years ago as a system of physical and spiritual practices. The word yoga means union or joining. I went to India spring of 2019. Yoga increases body awareness, relieves stress, reduces muscle tension, strain, and inflammation. It also sharpens attention and concentration and calms and centers the nervous system. Child's pose is a pose that I really enjoy because it gently relaxes the muscles on the front of the body while softly stretching the muscles of the back torso. I also enjoy upward facing dog, which is a powerful pose that awakens upper body strength and creates an easy bend in the back torso. I have scoliosis, and it's been really hard to really figure out some type of physical activity to help strengthen my back. And I found that these poses, stretches, and the yoga practice really help my back. It's inexpensive. I've been paying money to see a therapist. That sort of helps. But I feel like when I'm doing yoga, I can really focus on myself, focus on my breathing, focus on my back posture to help strengthen my back. According to a recent study, 1 in 4 students feel chronically sad or hopeless, and many say they're stressed and anxious while at school. There are other factors in our lives that cause stress as well. A way to cope with stress is to meditate. Meditation helps the mind and body bounce back from stress and stressful situations. Yoga isn't only about poses, and I've learned that over the years. The point of meditation is to achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. The ability to control our mind and to change our lives depend upon this breathing. One must concentrate on the breathing. When we mindfully let ourselves breathe, we feel natural in our practice. A Harvard scientist did research on meditation, and her research uses functional magnetic resonance images, also known as fMRI, which not only takes pictures of the brain as a regular MRI does, but also records brain activity occurring during the scan. In 2012, she demonstrated that changes in brain activity in people who have learned to meditate hold steady even when they're not meditating. We let the breath come in and out with grace, and it serves as our support. The human mind is always working, whether it's doing schoolwork or teaching. This is why it's so important to take time each day to let it sort out ourselves in silence. We are simply becoming mindful of our natural breathing and letting it guide us into a state beyond thoughts. We now have a special guest who is going to talk about how yoga helped her mental health.
Hi, my name is Randa Abood. I am a junior and I designed my major in the history of science and ancient medicine. So my yoga journey started about 6 or 7 years ago when I was diagnosed with anxiety and prescribed medication that I refused to take. And that was just because I had always been more drawn to holistic ancient medical approaches, and that's how I found yoga. And it did complete wonders for me and completely changed my life. It taught me how to manage my stress and my anxiety through listening to my body and my mind and understanding what my body and my mind actually need or want. And it gave me an escape from reality where I could go into my mat and kind of zone out the outside world and just focus on myself. And it has created this connectivity throughout my mind, my body, and my spirit that has gotten me through undergrad, has gotten me through most of the challenges of my life, and I'm very grateful. 6 or 7 years later, I am now a certified yoga instructor who has implemented yoga into my daily routine, and I have seen drastic changes in the person that I was versus the person that I am now in all of the best way possible. It has taught me how to love my body and love my mind and love my soul and everything that comes with all three. So I'm very grateful.
I have benefited the same way Randa has from practicing yoga. I tend to get stressed out and really anxious, especially when it comes to schoolwork. Whenever I practice yoga, it reminds me everything will be all right, and I can really focus on finding my own voice, focusing on my inner self, trying to do what's best for me. For this project, I practiced yoga once a week over the past few weeks. I used this time to try out various types of yoga, whether it was in my room or outside in my backyard, and this included Astaga and Vinyasa. I enjoyed having alone time. Some questions people have about the yoga practice. Is yoga Hindu? I think yoga has some Hindu to it because it originated from the Hindu belief and culture. Yoga is an essential part of the Hindu religion and culture. However, I think today's yoga, which is more modernized by non-Hindus, yoga isn't considered as Hindu anymore but still has the Hindu roots. Who speaks for yoga? Any individual can speak for yoga. In the yoga culture, there is a lot about finding your voice. Who decides what yoga is? Any individual can decide what yoga is. Each individual finds the right type of yoga for themselves. Do I need to wear leggings to practice yoga? No, you can wear what's comfortable for you. Special leggings were tailored to suit yoga practices, and this makes us think about the body and how widespread yoga is in the Western world. That being said, you can wear whatever you want. The more you practice yoga over time, it changes things about your mind and thought and experiences in the world. It's not a religion. It's something people can do on a daily basis, so it could be considered as a ritual, but not a religion. Remember, yoga is a style of mental, physical, and spiritual practices. However, each individual can choose how they approach yoga and what it means to them. Some people focus on different aspects of yoga. Namaste.